Mr. Intra Progress, what are you going to do today? Well, today I'm going to fix this. And the problem that we have today is a simple climate control situation. And now I can show you better than I can explain it to you. All right, so I can turn the fan on. As you can see, the fan works. But as far as the temperature won't move. It's set to 85. So this knob is broken, or the element or something on the inside of this is broken. And we got to fix that. And I'm probably not the man that you want to come to fix this type of stuff. I'm the man that you come to if you want to try to fix this type of stuff on your own in a DIY effort. So let's get started. The first thing we have to do is we got to take this off, this beauty ring here. And I don't have the particular tool to take this off, so what I do is I'll use a handy dandy credit card to see if we can get it moving. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but all we can do is try it. Look at that. And it worked. Just pop this off just like that. I'll put this down here. Bent the credit card, but it's okay. Now, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts. Take out, and it should be able to pull something out. That's one unit. Then I get I'll be able to move the knobs, remove the space like I leave, and we'll go from there. All right, change it. Does it work? So when you take it out of the dashboard, this is the complete unit. And just remember, it's a plug and play unit. You've got to be able to plug in the top digital element, and then there's the bottom radio CD element. And so these are the components, and you just kind of have to remember where they go when you get ready to put them back in the car. Remember, it's plug and play. Once you get the unit completely out of the car, now you have to break it down. It's almost like deboning a chicken or scaling a fish. You just kind of have to break it apart. And it's got about 6 screws on each side. You pull each side off. And once you get each side off, you should be able to detach the stereo part from the digital climate control part, as you can see here. And then once you get that apart, you've got about 8 little small screws that you have to pull to finally get access to the digital chipboard on the inside, as you can see right here. And this is when you figure out what is actually wrong with it. But if you just kind of remove the knobs, just in case you have to pull the chipboard apart. But in this case, I didn't have to. I was able to figure out that piece right there, which is the back side of the control knob. It had broken wires. There's like a ribbon with 3 wires, and as you can see, it was broken. And so what I did was I got my solder gun and some solder. Well, here in this situation, I just got the solder gun and I heated it up so I could release the last wire, and then I can pull that chip off to begin the repair process. Now here's where the game gets interesting. If you take a look at that ribbon, you've got 3 wires there. And those 3 wires broke loose from that chip. And so we have to put those wires in those 3 holes once again, and then put a bead of solder around it so it holds it. Sounds simple. Well, the ribbon wire itself is really short and brittle, and you have to heat up the chipboard and put grab yourself some kind of a thin piece of wire or a stick pin or a needle or something to pull to remount the holes so the new wire can go in there. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just heating up the board, and I'm trying to get the solder out of there so I can have an open hole so I can put the new wires in there. And I'm getting some help right now doing that.
Better you're not putting it right on it. Do you want me to do that part?
Tony, will you say that? You can see here that I'm using a small needle. I'm heating up the chipboard, and I'm using a small needle to go inside to open up the holes. So again, I can be able to put the new wires through that chipboard. That's exactly what you see here. And after this process, I'll begin to start the process of cutting back the plastic on the ribbon wire so I can get more wire. I can break off the wires that's brittle and old, and then I could get access to the new wire to put through the board, and that's what you're about to see right here. So I've got a razor, and I'm trying to delicately cut back the plastic so I can get in there and expose the wire. And it's probably about an eighth to a quarter of an inch of wire that I need to effectively, have enough length to go through the chipboard and to get a good solder bead around it. And that's what I'm doing here. Be careful, because you need a brand new razor blade. It needs to be very sharp, and you just have to remember you can't cut the wire because you're not working with a whole lot of wire on this ribbon. Okay, so if you take a look here, I was able to cut back the plastic, and you can see, it might be a little difficult to see, but you can see that I've gained more access to fresh wire, enough length to go through the board and into those three holes. And so that's the operation that I'm going to perform next. Put that ribbon, 3-wire ribbon, through the holes. And what I did was, it took me a little while to get it done, but this is the finished product. I was able to get all three in there, and I put a bead of solder on it. And so now I just need to go ahead and reassemble the unit and then put it back in the car to see how it works. Here's a moment of truth, and it works. And there you go. Another day in the life of Mr. Inch of Progress. And remember, if I can do it, you can do it too. And if you're feeling up to it, if you have a 2002 Highlander, send me yours and I'll fix it.